Hey guys, and welcome back. Today we'll be doing an evening yoga routine to help those of us just ending our day off and getting ready for bed and just wanted to get in one last little bit of exercise before we tuck in. So, to begin, we're going to start off at the back of our mat in a child's pose with our big toes touching and our knees as wide as the mat. We're just going to sink our whole upper bodies forward, bringing our chest and our forehead down to the mat and our arms laying out in front of us. We're just going to take a few breaths as we settle in and focus on everything on the mat. Then we're just going to gently move our bodies over to the side, bringing our right hand just on the outside of the mat and our left hand on top of our right hand. And just feeling a nice gentle stretch on our sides. And moving on to the other side. Bring our left hand on just on the outside of the mat and our right hand on top of our left. Then we're going to move back to center and we're just going to push our whole bodies up, coming into a nice tabletop position. And from here, we're just going to go in a figure eight sit position, just moving over our wrists, getting some nice movement going, getting the blood flowing through our arms and our wrists. Going in the one direction before changing over into the other. Then meeting me back into stillness. I'm going to go through a few rounds of thread the needle. So starting with our right hand, we're going to lift it up, reaching up as high as we can, opening our hearts out to the sky. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our hand between our arm and our leg, laying our right shoulder down and before bringing our head down and laying our arm out straight. And then we're going to bring our left hand up and do a half bind behind our back. Bring your left hand back down, pushing up, coming back into tabletop as we move on to the other side. Left arm reaching up to the sky. Exhaling, laying our left hand down between our arm and our leg. Bring our head down. Just relax into the pose. Bringing our right hand behind our backs. Then keeping your whole upper body down and low, we'll crawl our hands out in front of us slightly as we come into a nice puppy pose, making sure our hips are still nice and over our knees as we sink our chest as low as it can go. And moving our bodies forward. Going to come into a Sphinx pose, bringing our whole bodies down, or laying our forearms out, and then just pushing our chest out, lifting our chin up. And take some nice deep breaths. Going down to lay your whole entire body onto the mat. We're going to place our hands just on the outside of the mat. And we're going to go through a variation of cobra with some twists. So as we inhale, we're going to push our bodies up. And we're going to look over our right shoulder, bringing our left shoulder forward and right shoulder back. As we exhale, coming back down to the mat. And on our next inhale, doing the same on the other side. Inhale to lift, pushing our right shoulder forward, left shoulder back, and looking over to the left. Exhale to come down. And we go through 3 more rounds on each side. And on your last exhale, then push our bodies up and lift our hips up, back, for our first downward facing dog. From there, you maybe just want to pedal your dog out, stepping 1 foot at a time, getting a nice straight back. And then we're going to slowly walk our feet forwards towards the top of the mat, meeting me in a nice forward fold, letting our whole bodies hang just for a second. As we inhale and go for a halfway lift, getting a nice straight back before exhaling back down into a forward fold. Placing your hands down on the mat, so you're going to step back with your right foot as far as you can go before placing your back knee down and pushing your hips forward, hands coming up for a low lunge. Then we're going to open up into a warrior two, bring our left hand forward, right hand back, and opening out to the right. We're going to reverse our warrior, placing our right hand on our back foot if you can reach, and throwing our left hand up and over our heads. Windmilling our arms back down to the mat, taking our left foot back into a high plank, holding for a second as we just push the earth away before lifting our hips up and back into our downward facing dog. And once more, walking our feet towards the top of the mat. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Hands down on the mat as with our left foot now kicking back, placing our left knee down, lifting up for a low crescent lunge. Bringing your arms out as high as you can go, and really trying to push your hips as far forward as you can. Then opening up into warrior two, right hand forward, left hand back, making sure your fingers are nice and in line with each other. Then left hand onto right left ankle, throwing your right hand over to reverse your warrior. Back up straight. We're placing our hands back down, kicking back into a plank as we hold for an inhale and exhale back into downward facing dog. From here, we're going to lift our right leg up as high as you can go, and then we're going to bend our knee, stack our right hip over our left for a split dog. Bring our right foot forward, placing it next to our right pinky finger, and lowering our back knee for passive lizard. Then putting the weight onto your left hand and lift your right hand up and reach out to the sky for twisted lizard. Bring your right hand down. We're going to heel toe our right foot over to the left as we lower our right knee down and lower our hips and bringing our whole chest and our head down to the mat, down to the ground for pigeon pose. And slowly and gently coming back onto your hands, taking your right leg back into a plank and pushing up into your downward facing dog. As we move on to the other side, left leg going up as high as it can go. We're going to bend down here and stack our left hip over our right, making your knee at the highest point you can before swinging and bringing your left foot forward and lowering your back knee for your passive lizard. Then you got your balance and put your weight on your right hand, lifting your left as high as you can go for your twist. Left hand coming down. I'm going to heel toe our left foot now over to the right as we lower our left knee and just sink our whole bodies down for a nice pigeon rest. And from here, you can just gently meet me lying on your backs, making sure your knees are still bent as you do. And we're going to bend our right leg on over our left knee to make a nice figure four shape. You're going to bring your right hand between your legs and your left hand on the outside of your left leg. You're going to gently hug your left leg in, feeling a nice stretch in your hamstrings for releasing and just letting your whole left leg and right foot sink down to the left, laying your arms out to the side for a nice twist. And maybe even if you want, it's comfortable, twist your head to look to the right. And gently look up straight again, bringing our legs back to center as we swap over to the other side. Right knee bent, left leg over right leg. We're going to grab with our hand going between, left hand going in between our legs this time, right hand on the outside, giving a nice gentle hug towards your chest before releasing and letting everything just relax over to the right. And then twisting your head, looking to your left. Finally, twisting your head to look up straight again. Just gonna lay your legs out straight in front of you, arms by your side, as we just relax into our Shavasana. Letting every muscle in your body just relax, noticing any difference that you felt from the beginning and how you feel now. You just clear your mind and focus on your breath. Then we're just going to slowly introduce movements back into your body. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes, twisting your ankles and your wrists. Just slowly and gently bringing awareness back into your body. And with your eyes still closed, you can gently and slowly come meet me in a nice seated position with your legs either crossed or on your shins, whichever feels most comfortable. Just take a moment as you breathe in and out. And then on our final inhale, we're going to lift our hands up, palms meet together. Now exhaling, bringing our hands down to heart center as we bow and close our practice. I really hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you found some benefits and you can finally have a nice and peaceful evening. And I hope to see you guys again next time on the yoga mat.